There we go. What's going on, guys? So most of you know I don't usually do stuff like this, but we got a very special guest tonight, and wow, there is a big lag in the stream. I'm watching it on the second screen over here, but anyway, like I said, we've got a very special guest tonight. I'm really excited for this. Um, Gosh, I don't know what to say without giving it away. So I get what you know. What let's just for those of you that are longtime followers, followers, you're gonna pick up on it right away. I think so. Let's just get right into it.
John came down with a severe case of chlamydia. It's the only place I smoke.
Ah, well, see, there you go.
I can't smoke outside because of this hair shit. It blows my hair right in the and you know possibly be laying on the floor of your workshop, welding on the bottom of a tractor, and you smell hair when your hair's 4 feet long. That's not something to joke around with.
I'm sorry, I just had the mental image of you trying to light a cigarette, the whole hair thing goes up in fucking smoke.
So apparently we're having some technical difficulties. So you're going to have to look at my ugly face for a few more minutes while we get this worked out. Tried calling a few times and it just didn't work. Working on it. Just stand by. Let's oh, I know what we can do while we're waiting. Let's look at some Amazon tree boas. Um, there you go. That'll make it easier for you. Um, so I actually had I had a pair of these, and when I got the oh, okay, just got a message. John's got to restart. Anyway, so I had a pair of these, and when I got them, the female was pregnant, had a bunch of babies. I don't have them anymore. I really wish. I mean, God, all my babies looked like this right here. I mean, almost all of them look like that. That brilliant red there. But I've always loved these. The big attitude, but I've always loved these things. So anyway, like I said, he's having some. We're having some technical difficulties tonight. Go figure. So he's restarting, and we're gonna go from there. Let's look at some more. Which one was it? This one? Yes, it was. God, there's just a billion colors. Oh, Look at that. That is abso-freaking-lutely amazing. Okay, we are going to try this again. Let me stand by. Okay, and we're here.
Hey there.
I gotta turn
So
the volume up here.
the oh wait, it actually might be working, possibly.
We're all looking at you, John.
I know. I'm working on it.
How the hell are you?
Oh wait, you're on. I think we're on the screen. On the big screen, I mean.
You're
Is it
on
coming
three.
through?
You're on three screens here, so
Okay. So yeah, doing all right, man.
hey, I gotta be before we get too far into anything. I really have to know. Is that the same hat?
No, this is actually a newer one.
A new. Okay,
Picked
so
up a new one. Yeah.
you did get a new hat.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. So what's where you been? Where you been? How you been doing? What?
Yeah. So I'm left Canada, came down to Oregon, and then moved to Washington, uh, around the Seattle area. Yeah, it's been interesting.
How was Canada?
Uh, some of it was fun, some of it was pretty darn tough.
I mean, I've only been like maybe 2 hours into Canada, and
Right.
I mean, the one thing that I took away from it is all the people were amazing. They're just happy and nice. You know, it's I don't think I saw one person that was mad up there.
Yeah, they apologize for everything. It's really strange.
They apologize for apologizing.
Exactly. Yeah, it was definitely a culture shock for me when I first got there, but I adapted quickly. Some, like I said, some of it was fun, some of it was pretty tough, but all around it was good. Good education.
Sweet, sweet. So have you done any writing lately?
No, no. I've been out of touch with the whole community actually for about 2 years. Uh, just really backed off of everything, uh, trying to reorganize and uh, gather my thoughts about what I want to do and where I want to see the community go and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, I think you and I kind of stopped doing what we were doing close to the same time. You hung on a little longer than I did,
Yeah,
um, and we both kind of stopped. I guess it's all really for the same reason. I, like you said, I mean, I'm just going to repeat what you just said. Just the way things were going just didn't look fun anymore.
yeah,
You know, and it's like everything. The whole reason we got into this hobby was kind of gone. You know,
yeah,
um, and I can only speak for myself in saying that the reason I'm attempting, it's very difficult to get back into to something, but the reason why I'm attempting it is because I realize that sitting down and doing nothing is going to fix nothing. Um,
right.
you know, a very wise person that I'm sure you, I know you know. What do you mean? What am I talking about? I'm sure you know. Chris Law
Yeah,
um, once told me, if we keep doing what we've always done, we'll keep getting what we always got.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, that kind of resonates with me nowadays. But unfortunately, with life, family, work, house, and all that stuff, it makes it significantly more difficult to get back into doing stuff like that.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but I'm trying. I'm trying. Um,
Yeah,
so we had talked about a few things in the last few days, and one of them we actually just talked about today that I think we both agree would be a good thing to talk about tonight. And I guess for for lack of a better way to put it, to group it all together, it's the animals that we love curing people. I guess is the best way. And something that I had mentioned to you is shortly after my grandmother passed away of Parkinson's, I read an article that they found an enzyme in rattlesnake venom that was showing promise for a reasonable treatment for that disease. Right. And what was it? What were the scorpions?
Yeah, scorpions. They have a particular, I guess it's a protein in the venom that has some different properties which can cure or have potential to cure staph infections. And there was something else that it can cure as well that biologists had recently discovered. And I think that was in Smithsonian, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other thing it said, but I'm drawing a blank.
But I know Dr. Brian Fry has done some research with Gila monster venom for diabetes.
Really? I had not heard about that.
Yeah.
That is very, very interesting.
I think there were some cobra toxins being used for high blood pressure as well.
Wow. You know, and it's amazing that I guess historically, well, I mean, again, for lack of a better way to put it, it's amazing that these things that kill us are starting to save us, or at least showing promise to save us. Yeah, I wish I was a lot smarter about the topic, because we could probably go on all week about it, you know. Wow, interesting. So another one, I talked about it on the show yesterday, was the color significance in dart frogs, and and again, I'm absolutely not going to talk about all the big words, because I'm not going to pronounce them properly.
Right.
DEA Exotics, how you doing? What do you say? Is there an echo? I could probably fix that.
Oh.
You know, I've been waiting for somebody to say something, because we had tested this sound, and
yeah,
I've been waiting for somebody to say something to hear if it was good or bad or whatever. And it says if you put headphones on, it will make the echo go away. The problem is if I put headphones on, then you won't hear John, because he'll be in my headphones. Right now, you're listening to him through the through my microphone, through my computer speakers, but I might be able to do. Can I do something with this? Maybe that. Boop.
Oh, there you go.
This stupid thing moves all over the place. Hey, we're doing great, or I'm doing great. I don't know how John's doing, but I'm doing great.
Oh, fantastic.
Did that echo go away? Let me know. Anyway, what in the hell were we just talking about? The dart frogs.
Dart frogs, yeah.
So again, the big words, not going there.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, there's so many damn species of dart frogs, and their names are all over the place. It's crazy.
John has the echo when he speaks. How in the hell can we fix that?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. That picture just got big.
All right.
And you know, I heard the echo last night, and on the when we tested this, but it wasn't on this setting. It was on the other settings that I heard the echo. So,
yeah, the thing is I'm using my phone.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't, for whatever reason, pull it up on the laptop. It just quit. The laptop refuses to cooperate to get you on the screen.
Well, I mean, you know, the picture and audio quality here on your phone is much better than it was before we started. Less lag too.
Yeah. But the echo's kind of suck for listeners. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Maybe I can.
Operate to get you on the screen.
Well, I mean, you know the. I'm not hearing the
Things from
echo.
audio
I'm
quality
I'm
here is
watching
much better than it was
on my laptop right
before
now.
we started. Less lag too.
Yeah. But the echo's kind of suck for listeners. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Are you hearing that?
Maybe I can.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I'm not hearing an echo.
Well, I mean,
Oh, the echo's
I'm
gone now.
not hearing the
Sweet.
echo.
Okay, so we can move on to
Okay.
non-audio related crap.
So we were talking about poison frogs and the recent articles that were talking about. I guess it was imprinting.
Yeah,
And how
yeah.
how that could possibly change future species, which is just really strange to me.
Yeah, and,
Uh-huh.
and it was interesting that they were saying that on a couple of islands there's only one color. Um, and they were talking about how the isolation of that color on those islands could potentially lead to new species of dart frogs. Um,
Right.
and I don't know. I got to thinking about it, and I every time we talk about something like this in the show, I always say the same thing. I don't like the big words. I don't like to pronounce them. I don't like to think about them. They make my head hurt. The topics themselves, I love them, but quite a few times I find myself having to read it over and over and over and over again, trying
Right.
to grasp what they're trying to say. But
Right.
it really made me wonder, though, what other species in the reptile and amphibian world might do the same thing. Um,
Right.
before we go any further, John, there's something I wanted to say right at the beginning. We've been going for 17 minutes now,
Yeah.
and I almost screwed the pooch with this one. So anybody watching right now, you'll notice the thumbnail that you clicked on said explicit content, parental advisory. Um, there's a reason for that, and if you listened to John and I back in the day, you'll know the reason for that. So just if cursing and drinking and stuff while talking about reptiles and vaping bother you, um, yeah, you might not want to watch this because it could get a little rough. I don't think it will, but normally in our own perspective worlds and what we do, we bite our tongues a lot. But when we get together like this, we do not. So
True story.
is that a fair
Definitely
way
a
to
fair
put it?
statement.
I guess okay.
Yeah.
Um, as you saw actually in that intro, um, where's it at? Yeah, right there. That one. Um, was that the last show we did? Was that the last Herp Report? 2012?
Possibly.
I think that might have been the last one. And I'll tell you what, guys. I put a link on the Facebook page. I'll put another one up there. You guys need to go listen to that because as I was explaining to John, it was 7 years ago that we did this. It was June 2012. Um, and I laughed my ass off. I
Yeah.
mean,
No.
it's funny because what was it? It was like a half hour, about a half hour long.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I had like every single emotion in the book while listening to that. Number one, I missed it. It kind of brought back the good old days, and
Yeah, for sure.
number two, I cried. I laughed so hard. Um, and number three,
The whole hair thing and trying to light a cigarette, dude. Just
hey, I'm
every
telling
damn
you,
time.
I'm telling you, that's nothing to joke about.
Right?
But the funniest thing is we had talked about a few things in that episode that angered me to hear, and
Yeah.
it was so we had talked about the king snakes not hunting down rattlesnakes. Um,
Right.
And I mean that's still a thing. And every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, you have a king snake. That means you don't have rattlesnakes." I get in the same mood as I did back then. I
Right.
tell them, no, if you have a snake, it's a good place to have a snake. You know,
Right.
any snake
Exactly.
could be there. But no, that really did bring back some pretty damn good memories.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
and I'm gonna. Oh, John, you're probably not gonna like this.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here,
Oh God.
and yeah, there's no way to make you like this. Um, so we're not promising anything, but we might be talking about working on something.
Yeah.
Is that good
Yeah.
enough? Is that good enough?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
fair.
there. But no promises.
Right.
Because John might move back to Canada. We never know.
Yeah. No. Never.
Um, so what else is going on? What'd you bring to the table tonight?
Oh God. What else did I read this week? Oh. Uh, I don't know which magazine it was. Uh, I think I sent you the link though. About the ban on exotic reptiles and how to make them, uh, or sorry, how to uh, not have exotic reptiles and amphibians or exotic species become invasive.
Yeah, yeah. I
Because they caught that, I guess it was a gator in, uh, I want to say Chicago, but it was just Illinois somewhere.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I know Chicago herpetological site ended up rehoming the gator after it was caught.
yeah. I remember that story. And there was actually, I think it was like the week later. Somebody said they spotted another one. Um, I never heard anything else about that though. So
Yeah,
yeah, no, that was a and I didn't. I skimmed through it. I didn't read the whole thing. In all fairness,
yeah,
um, because it was. I mean, essentially, what they're saying is banning the animals doesn't do any good, keeping them out of the
right.
wild. Because the black market in reptiles is just so massive,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
um,
And the president from, or I believe that's his title. Anyway, the head guy for U.S. Ark had a quote in there as well, um, saying the same thing. That you can ban all the exotic pets you want, but we find uh, better resolution through amnesty programs
yeah,
where people are allowed to turn in their animals, no questions asked, and then they're rehomed to zoos or uh, various uh, my girl would know the proper word for it, licensed facilities where they're actually able to care for these animals in a proper format,
yeah, yeah.
like the
So
monkey sanctuaries and ape sanctuaries and stuff
mhm.
like that. Yeah.
So DEA Exotics says they got two gators in Pittsburgh. Um,
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Pittsburgh,
Pitts
Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh. Did I talk about this just last week on the show? I feel I talked about Pennsylvania about something, and I don't remember what the hell it was.
Yeah, 'cause
Interesting.
the one I read today was in Chicago.
Yeah, no, they did have that one there. When was that? It's been a few months back, I think.
It's quite possible.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so Phil Goss, is he still the president of the U.S. Ark?
I I think that is his name actually.
Okay, yeah, he's the one that took over when Andrew Wyatt left. Um,
Yeah,
and I don't believe they've gone through any other ones. I think he's still there. I don't keep up with US
yeah.
Arc. Um,
I haven't in some time, but from what I remember, Phil seemed to have a really great direction for U.S. Ark and
hmm
was actually doing a lot of really good stuff
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
with U.S. Ark and promoting the hobby and you know instead of getting bans, getting legislation passed where you know things are not necessarily free reign, but you know people with the proper facilities are given opportunities to keep what they can.
yeah, yeah.
So
But I mean, I don't even. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna sit on the fence on this one, John. Um, I don't like the amnesty programs. I do because it gives people the opportunity to get rid of animals they don't want instead of releasing them.
Right.
I don't, however, because the whole disposable pet, it does nothing.
Right.
It does nothing to fix that.
Right.
And I would love to see something. I mean, look at how many reptiles you had. Can you count?
Have I had?
Can you count, or is it too many?
Oh my God,
I
dude.
can't count.
Uh, yeah, I mean, at one time I had 50 species of reptiles in a two-bedroom apartment.
Oh Jesus! I'm
I
guessing
mean, it
that's
was
where
just,
Reptile
it was
Apartment came
nuts.
from, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it
Okay.
was just crazy. I would never do that again. I mean, that was just, I mean, I maintained everything and, kept everything in great health, but I literally barely slept.
Yeah, I think I had, oh gosh, maybe 20. No, actually, at one time I had almost 50 snakes and then several lizards. But in all fairness, in my defense, um, the majority of those 50 snakes were eggs I hatched. So
Mm,
I didn't have them very long.
right.
I think I probably had like 15 or 20 adults. And that was in a 3 bedroom house, and that was too much. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, now, do you have anything now?
No, no, not at the current time. No.
Yeah, I've only got you guys watching, John. I'm sure you'll remember Cinnamon, my Colombian boa.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I still have that. Which I don't know how. The snake was so mistreated when it was younger.
Right.
I don't know how it's still alive. But I don't question that. I just every day go out there and look at it, and it's still there. you know.
Right. Exactly.
Um, we've got 3 leopard geckos and a, oh crap, my wife got it. Help me out here. Banded gecko.
Oh,
That's
nice.
so the banded gecko is like the closest relative to the leopard gecko, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, my wife got a banded gecko. Um, Fortunately and unfortunately, it laid a couple eggs right after we got it, but we had no idea it was going to lay eggs. So
Yeah.
you can imagine what happened. They just shriveled
Right.
up, you know.
Right.
So DEA Exotic says small numbers. I'm not sure if he's talking about you or me. I mean, right now, I can't say too much about it because I'm still trying to find its owner. But I do have another snake that the city hall called me. I think I told you about this, John.
Oh yeah.
They called me to identify it, and when I did, they asked me to take it.
Wow.
Um, it's exotic, but I don't. I've already had multiple people locally trying to claim it.
Right.
I've had people that can't even tell me what species it is try to claim it.
Right.
Um, and as I told you, it's expensive enough. Whoever lost it knows what species they lost.
Right.
They paid a lot of money for it. So yeah, I don't wanna talk about what it is. But someday, and John, you know what it is, so you can
Yeah.
appreciate this. Um, I think I might keep it. I I I,
Yeah.
I think if I was gonna find it a home, I asked around. Um, didn't really get any takers right off the bat, but the more I thought about it, and the more I look at it, and the more I feed it, I think I might want to hang on to it. I've had that species in the past.
Hmm.
It's hard talking about it without saying what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, so I've had that species in the past, and I've had terrible, terrible luck with them.
Yeah.
Specifically with feeding, they just seem to
Yeah.
never want to eat. Um,
Right.
this one, though, now granted, it was very dehydrated, very hungry when I brought it home. Um, but it put away 3 mice just back to back,
Wow. Nice.
right away, no problem, and hopefully that continues. But yeah, I think I might hang on to it.
Right.
Um, so what else? What else we got going?
Well, one of the other parts in that article uh, that I read today about the banning of reptiles was uh, at least two of the people they quoted were all about education.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Basically at the time of sale, make people aware of, hey, little Johnny, this cute little red tail boa is going to get 12 and 14 feet in X amount of time. So make sure that your customers are understanding what they're getting themselves into later on in life.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how, and maybe that's why I don't make a living selling reptiles, but
Right.
I never understood. To me, it was personal. It's I mean, everything I sold, I gave an unconditional lifetime warranty. Call me anytime, 24 hours a day, no problem. And thankfully, nobody's called me in the middle of the night yet.
Right.
But I've had people that have bought baby snakes from me way back when, and they've called me when the snake was an adult to ask about breeding them or whatever.
Right.
Which was pretty awesome. I don't. I mean, in my opinion, it should be it should be a given. I mean, I can't tell you how many times well, shoot, we always used to see it on the forums where some kid would go and buy a snake or a lizard or turtle or whatever and say, where did you buy that? And oh, I just walked
Right.
into the store and they sold it to me.
Right.
And um, thankfully that I know of, at least the mainstream Petco, PetSmart, and if there is any more, I don't know. Um, won't sell to minors. You have to be 18
Right.
or older to buy from them. So which it should be like that anywhere. If you're not 18, you should at least have a consenting adult with you,
Right. For sure.
a parent or guardian that is going to take responsibility for this thing if you don't. So
Right.
but I think education is probably something that our community is I don't want to say fallen short on, because that kind of stomps on the feet of the people that are working really hard, such as Brandon Fowler, to educate people.
That's what I was
Um,
going to say too. Is Brandon came to mind, Chris Law.
yeah, I mean there's
Um,
people out there doing it, and they do an amazing job. Um, and I mean, shit, even the people out there trying to do it are doing an amazing job. They're doing something.
right.
Um,
Exactly.
and but there should be more. There should be more, and there's not. Yeah, I don't know what much else to say about that.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned disposable pets. I actually wrote an article called "Disposable Pet Nation," and it's up on Reptile Apartment.
Disposable Pet Nation.
Yeah.
I'm googling all this.
Yeah, it was an article I did on Reptile Apartment.
Disposable. So when you type in disposable pet nation, the first link is disposable diapers. Um,
Nice.
let me
That's
add
awesome.
let me add reptile apartment to that. There it is, disposable pet nation.
There we go.
Oh, that's a good looking bearded dragon. When did you write this? Do you date your stuff? Oh,
No, some of it I do, some of it I don't, depending on what it is.
mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, I try to write what's considered evergreen content,
Okay.
which means I don't want saying timeless sounds presumptive, but that's basically what it is. It's like it's always going to be relevant
Yeah,
somewhere at
yeah.
some point.
So
So
So funny story, and
yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but I remember it because I looked like a goddamn fool. Um,
Oh,
so I was listening to one of John's podcasts here. I think it was last year, maybe late last year or something, and
okay.
kind of just reminiscing old times or whatever, what have you,
Yeah.
and so I'm listening to it and I'm thinking, I miss those times. So I think that I listened to like the previous weeks, and then Monday rolled around and there was no podcast, and I'm thinking, What in the fuck? Why are you playing with my feelings like this, John? So I sent John a message and I said, John, what the hell are you doing? How come you didn't put a podcast out? And I don't remember the exact response, but it was something to the effect of, dude, I haven't done that in 2 years. And
Yeah.
it's because you don't put dates. And I, when I went to the website and listened, I automatically assumed that that's just last week's episode.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and yeah, that I looked like an idiot back then. Well, I mean, if we're being honest, not only back then, but so what's the future got for John F. Taylor?
You know, uh, the Euromastics book
Hmm.
needs to come out. Um, but like you mentioned earlier, I have a family. I have a day job. You know, house chores. Got a book doesn't produce itself.
What you need to do is
Uh,
organize those books behind you.
right? Exactly. They are completely organized, by the way. Uh,
Alphabetical?
by subject, I believe, if
Oh,
I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, a partnership fell through. I'm not going to mention any names. Um, but yeah, it fell through. It didn't work out. Um, I'm still working on the book, basically putting it together now on my own in my spare time. Um, so at some point that needs to get released and out there to the public. Other than that, not really a whole hell of a lot.
not a whole hell of a lot. So let me ask you, and if you don't want to share, just say so.
Yeah.
No, no harm, no foul. What, in your opinion, if you know, caused your hiatus? One thing that caused that just kind of put it over the top.
Huh. I
Hey,
think it was.
Todd
Uh,
Autry's here. How's it going, Todd?
I think the biggest thing for me was when social media started becoming an echo chamber, where everybody was in different individual groups, and it seemed to the whole field just got really super narrowed down. It's like nobody was talking about reptiles in general. It was always, a specific morph of leopard gecko group,
Yeah.
and it was like, come on, man, I just want to talk shit about reptiles. I don't want to get, if I want to talk herpetology, I'll go talk to, Dr. Fry or Dr. Sprackland, you know, and talk about morphology and stuff. But I don't know. I guess I lost the fun in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Um,
know, it was always about the morph and what the next big dollar was. Which was great. I understand. You can't run a business without making money. I totally get that. But it seemed like more and more people were more concerned about the money versus the health of the animal thriving in captivity, and what it takes to do that. Because when I first got into this, Philippe Devosley was the king. I mean, he was creating incredible vivariums, for singular species, just to watch how, just to replicate the area that they would come from in the wild, to see their natural behaviors. And he wrote about that in all of his books and stuff like that. And it just seems like now it's all about, how many snakes can I get in a wall rack?
yeah. Yeah. I'm going to echo you there, and well, at least with the whole social media thing, that's pretty much what put me over the top too. But not so much everybody talking about one animal or morph. It was just the negativity. It was just, as part of my job, I have to go on the internet and read and talk to people and go through social media, find out what's going on, what are people talking about, who's got arrested today, and
Right.
all and when I would be done with that, I would just be pissed off.
Yeah.
Everything is just everything was so negative, and
Right.
it 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 wore on me for months before finally just saying, you know what, I'm gonna take a week off, and a week turned into a month, turned into six, turned into a year, and here we are today, with books unorganized.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So and um, I'm tinkering with some other ideas as far as potential reptile projects. Not anything breeding or um, I should say reptile content projects. Let's put it that way. Uh, there's a couple of ideas noodling around. Um,
Now, I'm sorry, did you say noodling around?
yeah, noodling in the brain.
Is that a word? Or a
I think
term?
so.
Is it
Yeah, it totally is.
noodling? Okay.
Yeah, ideating, noodling.
Huh. I'm and it's only because I listened to it so many times. I'm trying so hard to not say a hair joke. I'm trying so hard. Um, and obviously when putting together that little intro that we saw 42 minutes ago,
Yeah.
um, I had to listen to that over and over of 10,000 times in 2 days, and yeah, good times, good times.
Yeah.
Um, oh, we got
So what
five.
about you? What do you got going on?
Oh, I got nothing to be honest.
Nothing else?
I've got yeah, nothing. I tried. I don't know if I can look at it now. I got all these computer screens in front of me, and I can't use one of them to go look at my YouTube channel. You know? um, so I tried to get back into the swing of doing the news 3 days a week, like I was, even though
Right.
these bastards on the website are telling me to do it 7 days a week. And I use that word in the most endearing form
Of
possible.
course.
Um, but it's just difficult, So I haven't done it in a few weeks. I think I don't. It might be a little bit longer than that,
Yeah.
but just trying to get back into that swing of things, and I'm starting to find that there's a small issue, and I'm not so much affected by the negativity like I was before.
Right.
Um, I mean, it's still there. It's worse than ever right now. It really
Yeah.
is. But I've taught myself to just ignore it, not be affected by it. I've got
Yeah.
my own positivity, and I don't. They can keep their negativity over there.
Right.
Um, however, I remember doing this before, where I used to record in the mornings, and I would record, edit, upload, and release all within half a day or whatever.
Right.
Um, I can't do that anymore. So now I get home from work and I record, edit, up and everything the day before. Um, but I'm finding that before I would get up before the alarm. I was just excited to do it,
Yeah.
and now I'm not. I mean, I enjoy it, but I have to force myself.
Right.
I have to come home from work, and I'll go water the lawn or whatever, and I'll say, no, 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 I got to go record first.
Right.
um, so I'm hoping that in due time that's something that kind of wears off, because I do. I mean, I enjoy the topic, and I also enjoy the process of putting a video on the internet.
Yeah.
Um, so being able to do the two together are amazing.
For
Um,
sure.
however, hitting a little bit on the whole negative subject, I guess in a certain sense, everything I do is negative because I'm reading about idiots that are smuggling and getting arrested, and you know. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Um, so we've been going 45 minutes now. What do you want to keep going or?
Yeah, we can go for a couple more minutes.
Okay. We've got
What else do you
one.
got on tap?
We've got one person watching,
All right.
and to be 100% honest, I think it's me on my laptop. I'm pretty sure it probably is.
That's awesome.
What's this? What am I doing over here? Yeah, just one.
So, what else do we have? What else did we talk about this? What the heck was it?
God,
We
we
talked about
talked.
the scorpions. We talked about the ban on reptiles.
We talked about quite a bit.
Yeah.
The last, well, just you and I, the last few days. You know, that does remind me though. I think I gotta call Brandon tomorrow. I have not talked to him. I don't know if you saw the picture I shared, but he stopped by the house a couple weeks before moving,
Oh wow.
and that was really cool. That was probably something on the bucket list. He was doing a show just about a half hour from my house. Um,
No doubt.
I can't
Nice.
believe what did he say? Was it a 5 hour drive? Something to do a show? I mean,
Yeah.
that's dedication. That's
Oh
dedication
yeah.
right there. So you're 10 hours in one day, round trip. You
Right.
know, and then of course after the show he comes by here and says hi, and the funny thing is so he's got a bunch of reptiles in his car. Obviously he just left a show, right?
Yeah.
And so he leaves his car outside with the AC on. Says
Yeah.
says he's not going to stay long because he's got the animals in the car. So
Right.
we come in the house and we bullshit for a little bit, and then I go and walk him out to his car, and he starts taking the animals out of the back of the car and telling me about them,
Oh yeah.
what their names are, where they came from, and I'm thinking, holy crap! Now that there is a person that loves what they do. Um,
Right.
and the picture actually was it Midnight? I think was its name. His black and white Tagoo.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I have a picture of myself in front of my house holding his black and white Tagoo while he was here. That was pretty cool. First Tagoo I've ever touched, let alone held.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, that's kind of
Nice.
neat. Then what did he have? It was like I don't remember what the hell its name was, but it like held onto your hand by its tail.
Oh, a monkey skink.
It could have been.
Prehensile tail skink.
I'm gonna have to reference Google again.
Ferruccia zebrata.
What did you say? What did you call me? Yeah, well, I see a prehensile tailed skink, but that wasn't it.
No?
No, that wasn't it.
Hmm.
Gosh darn it! Now that's gonna bug me until I'm gonna just start googling. Okay, I could do this another time. It's gonna bug me though until I figure it out.
And it was a reptile?
What's that?
It was a lizard?
Oh yeah, no, it was a lizard.
Huh.
I don't think that I looked at that prehensile tailed skink just did not ring a bell. Did not look familiar at all.
Wouldn't be a chameleon.
No, it wasn't a chameleon. I feel like it was some kind. Brandon, are you watching? He's probably not, but come on. There's three people. One of them's me. Two of them are two other awesome people.
Awesome.
Maybe one of them might be him. You know, maybe he can give some insight to these morons trying to figure out what kind of lizard he has.
Right?
And I just realized what that sounded like.
Oh my gosh. That's bugging the crap out of me now. Now I want to know what the hell it is.
Me too. It's I just
All right.
I want to say it wasn't an iguana. Are there any iguanas that do that same thing?
I'm sure there is.
I might be wrong. It might be a prehensile tailed. Oh, nope. There it is.
What is it?
It's the first one you said. Monkey tailed skink.
Yeah,
Monkey
same
tailed.
thing.
Are they the same animal?
I believe so.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm
I
typing
thought
on.
that's what we had.
I'm typing on the wrong keyboard over here. I guess I could be doing this this googling on the. Oh shoot! I could not hit my microphone. That'd be great. I guess I could be doing this googling on the screen that we're on, so everybody else can see what I'm looking at. But
Yeah, yeah.
we were looking at while we were working out those technical issues, and I've got it on the screen right now. We were looking at some Amazon tree boas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
Nice.
I really miss my Amazon tree boas.
Yeah.
However, that being said, and everybody pay attention here because I'm only going to say this once, I do not miss bleeding. So,
Yeah, they can be a little bit bitey.
a little.
Someone.
Another one I had that was, I had a couple. Oh gosh, this goes back a few years. Children's pythons.
Oh
Um,
yeah. All right.
And the funny thing is I saw them at the Sacramento Reptile Show, and I don't remember what they were selling them for. I don't remember how much they were, but so I go up and I'm looking at them. I'm thinking those are stupid looking snakes, just little things, they're like the size of a pencil.
All right.
So I asked the guy, "What the hell is that?" He said, "Well, it's a children's python." I said, "Well, that's interesting." And so he takes it out of the little display case and he's holding it in his hand.
Right.
And I shit you not, John, this thing lunged at me. It, it came out of his hand, mouth opened, went airborne, and probably made it about halfway to me before smacking on the floor. And
Jesus.
I didn't even wait for the guy to pick it up. I told him I'll take two. I said that is awesome, but those were another ones that I mean, one of them was pretty calm, but that one never calmed down. It just
Oh my gosh.
and just like my Amazon tree boas, they weren't pets. They were display only, and
Yeah.
I mean, I would literally I would put on like Nomex like welding gloves to take them
Right.
out just because I'm just tired of getting bit by the damn things, And then one of them had babies, and my nightmare was real. Um,
Oh, really?
but no, those were they were amazing.
Yeah.
They're a snake. It's not like well, I'll pick on my Colombian boa for a minute, where he just eats, sleeps, and shits. That's all. It's a boa, right? It's a boa. There's nothing special. It's a boa.
Right.
But those Amazon tree boas, I could stare at them for hours and just watch them,
Oh
for
yeah.
hours and hours and hours. Just beautiful animals.
Yeah.
Another one, what? Oh, you know what? I'm going to practice what I preach, and I'm going to do it on this screen really quick. Was it I think it was a tree mon. Oh, there you go. Emerald tree monitor.
Oh yeah. Those are gorgeous.
My God, look at those things. You got the stream up on your screen right
No.
now? Oh, you can't see what I'm seeing then.
No.
I'm seeing some awesome lizards. Um, I wonder how much does anybody out there sell emerald tree monitors? they go for now?
No clue. I don't even know who would sell that.
I mean, they I think the last time I looked into one, God, what, it was like $700. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little plug here. And this, I'm only doing a plug here because I opened up their website and I feel kind of obligated. I don't know who these people are, but backwaterreptiles.com has a green tree monitor for sale, adult $649.99.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're still expensive.
Yeah, no kidding.
That means I won't get one.
Yeah, me neither.
What are you drinking there?
Just soda.
Soda? What happened to
Yeah.
what was your drink of choice back in the day? Was it rum and coke just like me?
Yeah, don't go.
Rum
Yeah.
and coke. Oh, I love a good rum and coke.
Right?
Um, so I'm thinking we're an hour in.
All right.
I'm thinking we're good to say our goodbyes. And
Yeah.
what would you like to give any advice, some parting words to our audience? We got a few people here right now.
Oh man. Educate, educate everyone you can, everyone that you can talk to. If they're listening, educate them about the reptiles, and they're not scary, dangerous. Although some of them can be, but still, educate them.
I mean, Amazon Trebos are bitches. I'm just saying. I'm just saying they're scary. I mean, they're not big.
And be
They,
a responsible owner. That's the biggest
yeah.
thing.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and so here's the thing, and I'd hate to drag this on after saying we were leaving, but so let's go off into another tangent really quick here. Um, so the problem in Florida was started by two snakes, and I understand that's figuratively speaking, of course.
Right.
I mean, obviously, a breeding facility, was it Hurricane Andrew?
I
I, th-
don't remember
I
which
think it
one
was
took out
Hurricane
the.
Andrew that took out the breeding facility, which released many breeding snakes in the
Right.
wild. And I'm sure there were already, escaped or released pets. I mean, after all, isn't the port of Miami, I think it is, one of the
Yeah.
largest ports in the country for bringing reptiles into the country?
Yes, sir.
Um, but it only took two,
Yeah.
and it only took two to start what we're dealing with right now. And
Right.
I'll go on record right now because I'm pretty sure an hour into this, nobody's going to watch it this far after we're done. So I feel safe saying this, but I'll go on record right now by saying I don't believe the problem's even near as big as they make it out to be. Um, I believe we have a big problem, but
Yeah, I think the media is blown away out of proportion.
yes. But no doubt it is a problem, and it was started
Yeah.
by the pet trade. And so again, to get back to what you were saying, responsible keeping, be responsible. Don't, if we've all lost snakes. I don't care who you are. If you've owned a snake, you've lost a snake.
Right.
Um, Me, I'm lucky that I'm thinking about this because I've had a lot of snakes. Um, I can't think of ever not getting one back. Lost quite a few, but eventually, I think the longest one was my male albino corn snake was loose in my house for 8 months.
Oh wow.
Um, and my wife let me know of his presence one morning when she went to get in the shower, and he was there first. So, um, but no, they it happens, and there's obviously there's stuff you can put in place to minimize a reptile escaping.
Yeah.
I mean, not even minimize. There's you can make it impossible. You can make it. You just need to put the work in for
Right.
it's. I mean, if you get a little run of the mill glass aquarium and you slap a screen lid on the top of it, your snake's not going to
Right.
be there in the morning.
Right. Exactly.
But they make the locks, and then they also make the sliding tops with the pins. I like those
Mhm.
ones. Um, but yeah, I think well, like you said, being responsible and teaching people. Um,
Yeah.
I get really really upset when I see somebody complaining on the internet about somebody that asked a question.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that it really gets to me because we should feel obligated to teach the next era of reptile keepers.
Right.
Um, not only to teach them about the animals, but also to teach them not to do what we did. You know.
Right. Exactly.
So that being said, you got anything else?
No, man, that's about it for me.
Okay. You work tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you
Right
sorry
before.
bastard. Um, I'll sleep in for you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
So,
Much appreciated.
thank you everybody for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Um, and if you'd like to see us do more of this kind of thing, leave a comment and let me know. And
Yeah.
sweet, I think we're done.
Awesome.
Where's my done button? I think my done button is
Well, you're muted now.